Let's play Mountain Blade Warband. Now, I'd like to try something a little bit different with the game. A lot of the times with this game, people tend to choose as a combat role, either that of a brave knight or a bandit, both of which are legitimate approaches, by the way. They can be a lot of fun. But I'm going to do something a little bit differently. I am going to actually take the peaceful route. And I don't mean by that I will never be in combat or that I will seek to avoid it like the plague. What I mean is I generally will not look for a fight, but I will face down enemies that come to me or that threaten others. It's more of a defensive kind of style than an offensive one, and primarily one that is concerned with more ordinary rewards of adventuring, such as trade and making friends. So from here, let's start. Welcome, adventurer, to Mountain Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. Select your character's gender. For this game, I am actually choosing to play a female. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was a traveling merchant. You were born the daughter of a traveling merchant, although moving from place to place in search of profit. Although your parents were wealthier than most and educated you as well as they could, you found little opportunity to make friends on the road, living mostly for the moments when you can sell something to somebody. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a shop assistant. As a girl growing out of childhood, you apprenticed to a wealthy merchant, picking up the trade over years of working shops and driving caravans. You soon became adept at the art of buying and low and selling high, and leaving the customer thinking they got the better deal. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You became a goods peddler. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a woman, and the whole world seemed to change around you. Heeding the call of the open road, you traveled from village to village, buying and selling what you could. It was not a rich existence, but you became a master at haggling even the most miserly elders into giving you a good price. Soon you knew you would be well placed to start your own trading empire. Soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was wanderlust. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. You're not even sure when your home became a prison, when the familiar became mundane, but your dreams of wandering have taken over your life. Whether you yearn for some faraway place, or merely for the open road and the freedom to travel, you could no longer bear to stay in the same place. You simply went and never looked back. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. Okay, allow me to quit without saving. Okay, so... Alright. Character will need to be strong, so establish that right away. Okay. Prisoner management will be necessary. point of surgery. I'll need to be able to use a bow. Only 4 points left. Okay, this will increase the amount of loot. Do I need it though? Maybe. Let me see. Persuasion. Persuasion is very helpful, I'm sure. And it's a merchant skill, so yeah. What else is there? Trainer. Yeah. Need to be able to level my soldiers faster. And these one-handed weapons will be a specialty. Okay. Let's take a look here. Okay. Let's see if I can get a look. Okay. No, I guess I can't get a good look at it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, now, let me see. No, they're a little bit less pale. Just check the different skin options. Oh wow, adjust the age. Wow, seriously. Okay. Turn this. Oh, nice. Okay. I'd say we're fine now. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy. A haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key of your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, I think I will go to Swadia. You came by caravan through the heartland of Calradia. Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are beginning to push through the dark soil of the rolling hills. And on the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains, herds of cattle and sheep are grazing on the spring grass. Occasionally, too, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the Swadian nobility. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness. You keep a wide berth of the forests, where desperate men have taken refuge, and it is of some relief when you crest a ridge and catch sight of the great port of Praven, its rooftops made golden by the last rays of the setting sun. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Praven, and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end. The rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Uh-oh. Okay, so the first thing Aberdine will do in Swadia is knock out a bandit. He'll be okay. I just wrapped him off the side a few times with a big stick. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure we can say the same for the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here we don't know who's listening. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while checking the street, and then, finally convinced you have not been followed, comes near to you to speak. Okay, we press F to talk to him. Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers. Fewer men to keep an eye on the streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either, and I can't have that. No doubt the gang will send word about a ransom, and I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, and teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? I'm interested. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try to take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted, I'll warrant. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here looking for a bit of work that's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay. So, take this purse of 100 dinars. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go round to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. I'll collect some men from around the villages. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Praven after you've got your group together. Then we'll speak about what to do next. Okay. Good enough. Alright. There's a bunch of deserters there. More there. Alright, I'll go to Vadar. Thankfully, the deserters don't seem interested in me. So I'll try recruiting some volunteers. 7. Alright, leave. And Yinda next. I want to have some extra people. Two? Okay. And finally, Asgard. Recruit volunteers. 2. Yep, that's enough. Okay, I now have enough people. Going back to Praven. And go to the marketplace. Go to the arms merchant. Okay. Now, I need to have some proper weaponry at the beginning of the game. Okay, a club is necessary for taking people alive. Yeah, this game actually plays as though beating people off the head will not kill them. Swords, however, always work that way. So if you bring a blade into battle, you do have to expect that there will be casualties. Okay, so I'm selling off the goods that my character was carrying because they're unnecessary for the mission and they're worth money. Okay, I'm going to check one more thing. Is there anything good in the armor merchant that I can afford? I'll say no. Oh. Rusty cap with fur. That would be a strict upgrade. And I have the strength for it. Anything else here? 11, 20, okay. Yeah, I've got good gloves. Trying to decide if I want blue paint. Talking's hard. If I want plated boots right now. And the answer is no. No, the helmet's enough. It looks cool. And Aberdeen should look cool. Alright. Is it the tavern? Okay, that's a person I'm going to be seeing on a regular basis because I can make money by doing so. The ransom broker is a person you sell prisoners to. And that is why I have prisoner management, so that I can capture people to either recruit or sell. Splendid work. You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Praven have told us that there is a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect that they are all from the same band, the one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Very well. There's that band of robbers. I outnumber them 3-1. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners, and I'll let you go. Ha! Those prisoners are only going free if you pay their ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. Okay. Let's get them. Clubs out. Alright, let's see if I can find these guys and pop them on the head. Let me see now. I suppose I should have gotten a shield as well. Minor oversight. Silent, but she was looking for attention. She's so adorable. Okay, now where are those guys? I would have expected them to have gotten here by now. I'm in the wrong area. Okay, so the robber's down. And the bandits are getting knocked out. They're down. That's a complete victory. We didn't kill anybody. Spare me! Spare my life! Let me go, and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade, and you'll never hear of me again. I'll spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him, and give me your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts, and you can go free. Oh, bless you, my lady, bless you. We've done the lad no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near Asgard. I'll describe the area in detail, so there's no mistake in it. Okay. So I will take these 3 looters prisoner. They will be hostages. And we've got a soldier ready to be upgraded. And that is done. They weren't carrying very much. That's okay. The sword that I picked up was actually better. Alright, now take these 3 prisoners, but I'm not going to turn them in. I'm going to hang on to them for a little while. Okay, this is actually a nice shield. This is a better one. This one's less expensive, but it's a little better overall. Yeah. It's got more resistance. That's more along the lines of what I'm looking for. Okay, return. That's good enough for a starter shield. And we'll go deal with this goon squad. This manhunting is not the business I want to be in. You approach the hideout. The looters don't appear to have spotted you yet, and you could still sneak away unnoticed. The difficult approach to the site, down a narrow defile, means that only a handful of troops in your party will be able to join the attack, and they will be unable to bring their horses. If your initial attack fails, the looters will easily be able to make their escape and disperse. Do you wish to attack the hideout or wait for another occasion? Let's get them. Okay. This is a situation where I cannot take prisoners. The game will literally not allow it to happen. So I'm just going in with my sword out. Okay. Perhaps she is being more unmerciful with these guys because they kidnapped an innocent. I'll work with that. Ah, we won. Thank you, my lady, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother and Craven put you onto their track? Yes. I told him that I would find you. I advise you return to your family, and as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. With their retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains are now yours. Yeah. Nomad armor is better than my jacket. Okay. This club is about the same, I'd say. Yeah. Nice. Alright. Yeah, my helmet's going to outclass anything they have. Pretty good. Not bad. Okay, some soldiers are set to upgrade. Okay, let's do that. Done. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to need money, so if that ransom broker is still there, I'm going to go to him with my prisoners. Okay, hold on. Okay, now let me try talking to him again. Greetings, if you have any prisoners, I will be happy to buy them from you. Then you'd better bring your purse. I've got prisoners to sell. Let me see what you have. Okay, so I've got 3 looters. And that's not bad. I will be staying here for a few days. Let me know if you need my services. Yes, I will definitely let you know if I come into some prisoners again. Okay. Right, let me see now. Probably don't want to trade with this guy right now. He spent quite a bit. This is probably going to be fine. Selling goods is pretty straightforward. You do have to be mindful though that they don't always have enough money to pay for everything. Sometimes you have to cut losses that way. Let me see here. Yeah, that's more than I can wear right now. Let's see here. Is there anything? Nomad robe. Wow. Well, that's a really good bit of armor there. Studded leather coat. There's some really nice looking. It surprises me that an armor shop sells things specifically for women that are obviously not armor. The nomad robe, though, could be interpreted that way, and it's definitely armor. It's really nice stuff here. Okay, I will be assessing the local prices shortly. Okay, time to return to the tavern and deliver the good news. I'm sure he already knows it. Well, my brother is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to a university outside Calradia. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. But that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. The money is most welcome, and I'm glad to have been of service. Good. Now, are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you that the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realize that great profit only comes with great risk. So he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems, our captain turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if, the heavens forbid, I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain worth his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll to inform on the rest. But our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. He brings them into town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Calradia, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poacher. Luckily, there are still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Now, here's my plan. I could bring this to the attention of King Harless, the lord of the city. But that would mean an inquiry, my word against the captain's, and witnesses can be bought and evidence destroyed, or maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again, and all I'll get for my trouble is a knife to the ribs. In time of war, you see, a king's eye wanders from his domain, and his subjects suffer. So I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, some men in my employ and some others who've lost relatives to these bandits. And we'll storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before King Harless, hopefully with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle, and I can't think of anyone better than you. So what do you say? How do I know you're telling me the truth? Oh well, I suppose it's possible that I found a dozen bandits who are willing to give their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in Old Praven. Well, I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned now that my money is good, and there's another 100 denars, or maybe a bit more, that's waiting for you if you'll do me this last little favor. What do you say? All right, I'll lead your men. Splendid. It's been a long time since I staked so much on a single throw of the dice, and frankly, I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Yes. Give them the sign. Good. Now, strike hard, strike fast, and the captain and his henchmen won't know it hit them. May the heavens be with you. You leave the tavern and go out to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting in every street corner. You can see they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes, and catch a mixture of fear, anticipation, and pride in the quick looks they throw at you as you pass by. Praying that your enemies have not been alarmed by this all too obvious bunch of plotters, you check your weapons for one last time and prepare yourself for the action ahead. Alright, time for a fight. It's time, lads. Up and at them. Okay, those men are down. Alright, enough out of you. Two down. Okay, this way. Alright, how many more of these guys are left? I do not like... Okay. That's enough out of you guys. Oh. Wow. These guys are stubborn. The remaining few bandits scatter off to the town's narrow alleys, only to be hunted down one by the angry townsfolk. Making sure that your victory is complete and all the wounded have been taken care of, you and the merchant head to his house to review the day's events. Ha! Well done. I saw at least 3 of the enemy go down before you. Keep fighting like that, and you'll make quite a name for yourself in this land. Unfortunately, about 11 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go look on them. Let every villain learn to fear the name Aberdine. I'm glad to see that you're alive too. Yes, yes. Now a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in a back room with a knife at his throat. I'll need to go drag him before King Harless and explain what this breach of the peace is all about. You don't need to be part of that though. I'll tell you what, if all goes well, I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly and let you know how it all came out. If you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on a spike over the city gate, I'll assume you know enough to stay out of town for a while and forget this whole episode ever happened. So hopefully we'll meet again. Oh, I gained a bit of faction with the town. That is nice. Ah, Aberdeen. Things didn't go quite as well as I had hoped. King Harless couldn't find it in him to overlook my little breach of the peace. Oh, he's grateful enough that I got rid of his crooked captain. A guard who'll let in bandits will let in an enemy army, if the price is right. But he can't exactly have me running around here as a lasting reminder of his failure to take care of things himself. That hardly seems fair. Fair? This is Calradia, my lady. Kings do what they will, and the rest of us do as they must. He didn't string me up, and instead gave me time to sell my properties. Even put in a word with the other merchants that they had best pay me a fair price, too. That's gracious enough as kings go. But he's a weak king, as they all are here, and weak kings must always look to their authority first, and justice second. I suppose I'd do the same in his shoes. Anyway, I wouldn't go rubbing your part in this affair in King Harless's face, but he's taken note of you and decided that you're not worth hanging. And that's something to which I'll raise a glass any day of the week. He might even have work for you further down the road, or you can sell your sword to one of his competitors. Anyway, I hope you've learned a bit about what it will take to stay alive in this troubled land, and I suspect the money you've earned won't go to waste. Good luck. You'd be right, on all counts. Now let's take a look over here and assess the prices. You overhear several discussions about the price of trade goods across the local area. You listen closely, trying to work out the best deals around. As the party member with the highest trade skill, out of 5, you try to figure out the best goods to trade in. You find out the following. Buying ale here and selling it at Shariz would bring a profit of 43 denars per item. Buying flax bundle here and selling it at Tyr would bring a profit of 19 denars per item. Buying wool cloth here and selling it at Dirham would bring a profit of 28 denars per item. Buying grain here and selling it at Uxcal would bring a profit of 5 denars per item. Buying leatherwork here and selling it at Suno would bring a profit of 4 denars per item. Looks like I'm selling ale at Shariz. So, with that in mind, I'll buy ale. And I'll put his stuff here. I've got plenty of food, so I don't need to worry about it. It's not necessary to do this. I'm just going OCD on that. So the next step is to travel to Shariz. Looters attack me on the way, I'm taking them down. Something bigger than that attacks though, I might have to submit and pay them off. But looters, I will not stop for. It's one of the funny things about this game. When you're well equipped, there's a number of mobs in it that you don't have to worry about at all. But there's always a few that are stronger than you. Until you actually get to the point where you're taking over the entire place. That's not going to be us, though. We're not looking to actually practice the art of warfare on purpose. A lot of the times when we fight, it's basically just to stay alive. And of course, we'll be traveling to villages, and if some bandits decide those villages are easy pickings, yeah, I'll attack them then too. But that's a tad different from hunting bandits. Generally speaking, I won't take missions along those lines. Unless there's something beyond search and destroy. If they want me to rescue someone, I'll take the mission even if I have to kill a few bandits to achieve it. But most of the time, I think missions like that will involve me paying a ransom, which I'm willing to do. They tend to pay me first to do it anyway, so. Okay, we're almost there. This is a pretty lucky run so far. I haven't encountered any bandit problems yet. That's good, but it won't last. More often than not, I will have to fight them. Alright. So the first step would be to go to the marketplace, go to the goods merchant, and check to see how much money, and okay, so at this point he doesn't have enough to pay for the last of my ale. But he's not the only person who can buy this stuff, so that's okay. Go to the horse merchant. And I still get my profit. Now, let me just see here. I'm going to take a look and see how I did. So I made a little bit more money. I'd be tempted by a bow to upgrade, but I'm not going to get into that right away. But at the goods merchant, food is something I'm going to have to do. But you got to be picky about what you buy, because food isn't always the thing about it is that some foods will spoil on you. And you can't really afford that. So you got to be pickier than that and buy perishable foods only as a last resort when you absolutely need to buy food. And we're nowhere near that. So I will keep non-perishables. Alright, now it's time to check the prices here. You overhear discussions about the price of trade goods across the local area. You listen closely, trying to work out the best deals around. Okay. So there aren't any really good deals here. So I'm going to leave. I made my money here. Let me see where the nearest town is where I can actually do a bit of trade with. Okay. Halmar is actually a contender. So I will go there. The reason I'm tempted to go there is that there's usually good people to recruit in that area. So there might be good trade goods as well. You generally don't want to bother with items that won't pay very well. Sheriz isn't always that bad for trading, by the way. I do not like people who burn villages. It is a thing in this game, though, and there is a good reason to do it. Not a morally good reason, but say you have a lot of men and who need to be paid and who need food. Unfortunately, robbing a village is one of the easiest ways to accomplish that. Alright, let's see how the market looks here. Not particularly, but the wool is enough. So I will trade wool with Ichimer. Okay, so that would be here. There's only one article, so I'm not going to make a whole lot. So I'm going to do this, betting that the trade with Ichimer will be good. Head back. It kind of goes in that way. You kind of guess at how well you'll do, but you don't always know in advance. After all, if markets were always predictable, anybody could make it. Okay. Looks like there's some warfare going on in the background. Doesn't seem to be bandits around. It also looks like the nobles aren't interested in attacking me, which is good. But it's actually unusual for them to be interested. Okay, let me check Zagush a moment. Okay, I'd like to recruit some people, please. 7. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Alright.
Everything has a price, even your life.
Step bandits. Alright. I don't like doing this, but I'm not looking to get my men killed over nothing. Silver without blood, that's our favorite kind. Having a look at you, I reckon you could easily come up with 124 dinars. Pay it, and we'll let you be on your way. Very well, take it. Heh, that wasn't so hard, was it? Alright, we'll let you go now. Be off. These guys are creeps, but unfortunately, I don't have the manpower to deal with them yet. Check something. Speaking of, I didn't do my attribute points yet. Initially, I'm going to need strength. I need to be hitting things harder after all. And another skill point. Yeah, I need Weapon Master. And I'll need to train in archery as well. Okay, visit the marketplace, go to the goods person, and sell this wool. And we are done with the trade part. Let's check the prices. Hopefully there's a good trade here. And there is. Spice. So if I trade spice with Cura, I'll make a decent profit. Okay. Okay, that would be spice right there. And it's expensive. Oh my goodness, is it ever expensive. This is not buy low, sell high. Okay, so hopefully Cura is close. It's close enough.
Your money or your life.
There's no need to fight. I can pay for free passage. Very well, take it. Alright. I hate these guys. I'm in serious trouble. I can't afford to keep doing that. I really can't afford to keep paying off bandits. I need to be attacked by bandits that I can just beat the heads in of. But they're in short supply. Okay, Tundra bandits. Those I might actually be able to defeat. They're not on horseback, that helps. That does help. But more importantly, I need to sell these goods so that I can make a decent profit. So that I can keep doing this whole business. Alright, here we go. Cura. Okay. Marketplace. Goods merchant. Okay, not bad. Local prices. see how Kura is for prices. Iron sells at 69 per at Kudan. Okay. Right, I'll wrap this up on this note. Maybe it'll actually end really nicely that way. Alright, let's take this iron to Kudan and see how it goes. I'm not going to rearrange his shop again. That was silly of me before. Okay, now, where's Kudan? Oh wow, it's not even far. Perfect. Perfect, that's exactly the situation I needed right now. I seriously did not need a trade that was far away. The purpose behind the business strategy of trading rather than seeking combat is to make a lot of money quickly so that you can found a business. Okay. Perfect. So I'm clearly making money doing this. I might make money buying olives. Let's see how much they cost. No. No, I'm going to actually go out and see if the guild master has something profitable I can do for him. Alright, leave. Or no. Take a walk around the streets. Okay. Oh, that's... I'm not used to horsemanship in this game. You'll have to pardon me on that note. Okay. But I think... No, that's the horse merchant. The guild master is generally located in a spot that's a little bit out of the way. So I'm just checking the area carefully. Okay, so he won't be there. Probably through these gates somewhere. Okay, that's a guard. Okay. Yeah, that's a prison guard. Okay. So the guild master is not at this part. Okay. Let me try you. No, you're an armor vendor. Yeah. Okay, let's try this way then. There's always one guild master in these towns. In fact, every town has someone that you can actually be recruited to assignments. Even in villages, there's someone who can hire you. So you got to keep that in mind. If you don't see the person right away, just keep exploring. You'll find them. There's always one person who can do that, who is looking for help. see now? Okay, hold on. Hold on. That person might be there. Okay, what's here? Nothing. That's okay though. I'll probably have an easier time finding him without the horse. The game's kind of funny that way. That's him. Must be him. Hello, stranger. You seem to be new to Kudan. I'm the guildmaster of the town. Can you tell me about what you do? I'm a guildmaster of Kudan. You can say that I'm the leader of the good people of Kudan. I can help you find a job if you're looking for some honest work. Who rules this town? Our town's lord and protector is Boyar Voldrat. He owns the castle and sometimes resides there and collects taxes from the town. However, we regulate ourselves in most of the matters that concern ourselves. As the town's guildmaster, I have the authority to decide those things. That's all I need to know. Thanks. Do you happen to have a job for me? Do I indeed? There's a group of bandits infesting the town, and I'm at the end of my rope as to how to deal with them. They've been ambushing and robbing townspeople under the cover of night and fading away quick as lightning when the guards finally show up. We've not been able to catch one of them. They only attack lone people, never daring to show themselves when there's a group about. I need someone who can take on these bandits alone and win. There seems to be only one. That seems to be the only way of bringing them to justice. Are you up to the task? See, if I accept this mission, I have to basically kill a bunch of bandits. If I refuse, nothing particularly interesting happens. I don't want to go around looking for missions to attack bandits. But that said, these guys are attacking people in this town. So that does actually appeal to my morality. So I will accept this time. Killing bandits? Why certainly. It takes a weight off my shoulders, Aberdine. You can expect a fine reward if you come back successful. Just don't get yourself killed, eh? Okay. So let me see here. Hold on. Leave. Okay, so I go back to taking a walk around the streets. Okay, do that again. Check the quest area. Deal with night bandits. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to actually wait here. Okay, walk around the streets. And go. Deal with the archer. The bandits fall before you as wheat to a scythe. Soon you stand alone in the streets while most of your attackers lie unconscious, dead, or dying. Searching the bodies, you find a purse which must have belonged to a previous victim of these brutes, or perhaps it was given to them by someone who wanted to arrange a suitable ending to your life. Now, it's assassins like those that I actually intend to take out every single time I encounter them. Good day, Aberdeen. Nice work, Aberdeen. You made short work of those lawless curs. Thank you kindly for all your help, and please accept this bounty of 150 dinars. It was my pleasure, sir. So I got a little bit of action with them. Time to rest. And I do believe Aberdeen has earned a rest until next session. So at this point, I've just gotten started with her in the role of a merchant. There hasn't been a whole lot of combat involved, but that's intentional. We will get into more opportunities to fight, though, as this game does not allow you typically to take a pacifist role to it, even if you want to. It's hard, very hard to do that and get anywhere. But anyway, that's the first episode of Let's Play Mount and Blade Warband. You have yourself a great day, and if you enjoyed it, I invite you to like, comment, and subscribe. And you have yourself a great day anyways. See you next time.